Welcome back to the Buds channel. I'm back here with Nick and Brad. Today's video, it was me and Mort recorded it the other night. It didn't save it all, so it's gonna be me, Nick, and Brad this time. But basically, the same stuff we're talking about, plus some NBA trade talk. We're gonna be talking about basically the first two rounds of the tournament, and then we got the Sweet 16 now, and it's coming up this weekend, along with the Elite Eight early next week, like Monday. I think it's Monday, Tuesday. But I mean, what was your guys' impressions of the first two rounds? I mean, I know we all did brackets.
Yeah, the brackets ain't looking too pretty.
they, no, they were all gone.
I don't
I
think
think there was
anybody has a
no,
perfect one.
yeah, I think there was no perfect brackets after day three, so the first day of round two. I think there was at least a couple perfect first round brackets. I could be wrong though
I
on
mean,
that.
whoever's winning the bracket challenge gets that thing because there's been so many upsets.
Like,
Yeah.
There's
let
no
me
way someone actually thought about that actually happened.
like we didn't talk about when we did our bracket. We didn't talk about our bracket challenge that we did, but like right now, let me hop over to see who's
I
in
don't think
first.
I did that, to be honest. I
I
think I
knew.
signed up. I think I signed up, but I forgot to do one.
Yeah, you and Gavin forgot to do one. Right now it goes Joe in first place, but he had Illinois winning, so he won't stay first place for a while. And then we have me in second. I have Michigan winning, so I still have a chance. I'll probably hop up to one after the Sweet 16, unless Michigan loses. And then you're tied with me, Nick. You have Gonzaga winning, and then we have Mort's cousin Brandon. He's in what would be fourth. He has Gonzaga winning. Brendan's in fifth. He has Gonzaga winning, and then Mike's in last, and he had Oklahoma State winning.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's
um,
not going anywhere.
but yeah, I mean this whole tournament, it's really defined the madness part of March, of like March Madness. It's really given it an identity, and I think personally, it's good for the college basketball because college basketball is kind of falling off anyways. So I think having these teams like, let me just look at the Sweet 16, like Oral Roberts, UCLA, Oregon State, Syracuse, like
that
these
whole
high seeds making
Midwest,
what?
the whole Midwest pretty
Oh,
much.
the whole basically you just look at the Midwest other than Houston, and I don't know. I just think these high seeds move, or these low seeds, or the high number seeds moving on are good for basketball because, or good for, yeah, good for college basketball, just because it's showing that just because you're not that prestigious of a program, you can still move on any given day, and you're playing against the top recruits in the nation and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But basically, we can just go through the Sweet 16 here, and I mean, kind of predict our winner. Gonzaga and Creighton. I mean,
I feel like there's no way Gonzaga loses that. I mean, the way this tournament's going, I wouldn't doubt
plus
it.
Creighton has Creighton struggled against UCSB in the first round.
Yeah, they only
And
won by like one.
yeah, by one. And then they were struggling against Ohio in the first half and then pulled away in the second. So, but I don't think
Actually,
Creighton loses.
ESPN has it where you can make a Sweet 16 bracket.
Yeah, I did see that.
I don't know. I run with Gonzaga because it's got the hometown boy on it, so I got to rock with him.
Yeah, I personally have Gonzaga. I think it's just they're gonna it's Gonzaga at this point.
Has to be.
Um, then we have USC and Oregon. We have the future
Yeah,
Piston.
And then
Um,
Mobley.
that's a tough game.
I mean, it's a Pac-12 matchup. They've seen each
It can
other.
go either way.
They've seen each other at least two times from what I know. So it's like it can
So
really go either way. You
there
got the Mobley brothers, and then you have one of the best shooting teams in the nation.
could be a
Yeah.
heated game.
Oregon really just doesn't miss.
Especially with them taking down Iowa, like that was a big upset.
Dude,
But I
they
mean,
shoot. Yeah, like
USC
40%.
blew out Kansas though.
Exactly. Yeah, it's
Like
like can
both teams
USC
coming
just
in
be a
hot.
three USC just be a 3 seed and Oregon just be a 2 seed. It's
I mean, Oregon kind of blew out Iowa too. That was like a 15-point game.
Yeah, they won by 15, and then
USC
USC
won
almost won by 30.
like 40 almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost 40.
I
Crazy.
don't know.
Yeah.
That's hard to
I
say.
don't know.
Iowa's a
I
great
think
team.
USC might. Does
I give
Oregon
it to
have
the.
a center that can stop Mobley?
I don't know. It's
Do
it's
they have a
not
good
even
center?
Mobley. The thing is, it's not even Evan. It's you're having to worry about Isaiah,
His brother too. Yeah.
his brother. He's the one scoring. He scored 17 against Kansas. He was the one that went off.
Wait,
I think Evan only scored like 10. He had like 10 and 13. Then his brother had like 17 and 8. So it's his brother that you really got to focus on. I think USC wins that.
only center on Oregon's roster didn't even play against Iowa.
They must just have a good.
That's probably why Garza went off.
Yeah. Yeah, Garza scored 36 of fucking Iowa's 80. He scored half of their
He had no
points.
help.
Well, yeah, that's what you get at Iowa. I don't know. I'll go USC there, to be honest.
Hold on, I'm looking at one thing. In their starting lineup, their tallest guy is 6'6", Oregon's.
Yeah.
And
that's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, and Mobley is 7 foot.
That's what I'm
7'1"
saying.
on a
This
good
this is
day.
a game where he can abuse.
Oh, without a doubt. So yeah, I think USC handingly wins that. I think, not handingly. Obviously, it's a rivalry game, Pac-12. So who knows? Michigan, Florida State. See, I don't know. It's like,
I think Michigan's gonna. I think they'll do better than they did versus LSU for some reason.
but like that, even that LSU game, like it was a shootout. It was like it's just whoever. There was no like. Yes, you can say there was good defense in the second half, but in that first half, it was it was back and forth. It was 1-3. The next Eli Brooks and then Cameron Johnson, I think his name, or I can't remember his last name. It's that rookie, or not that rookie, the freshman on LSU. He's their guard. It would just be he was hitting the three, or Eli was hitting the three. He would hit three, Eli would hit. It was just back and forth. But I mean, Florida State took down Colorado. They're a good defensive team.
I was
So
gonna say, yeah, they're good
Is Florida
defense.
State a good shooting team?
see, no, I think they kind of rely on their defense.
Yeah, I mean they shoot 30%, 38% from the field, or from three.
Because Michigan shoots a lot of threes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they're gonna be able to. They gotta outshoot them. I don't know if they have like an elite shooter like that.
And here's the thing, you got, I don't know what rank Florida is, but Michigan top 5 defense in the nation. I would presume Florida State is top 10 at least, just by.
I mean, they shut down Colorado. If you want to call that a big win.
But the thing is, they struggle at scoring. They've scored They scored 64 versus UNC Greensboro and 71 versus Colorado. So if Michigan averages like 80 points a game, at least in the regular season they've scored 86 so far and 82 in the tournament. So it's like it's going to be a very heavily defensive game with two of the top defensive teams in the nation.
I don't even know what they are ranked defensively.
Who? Florida State?
Yeah, I mean they were second in the ACC, which is pretty good.
Yeah, which I mean it's ACC, so ACC always has. So they have a couple decent teams in there. So
Oh, I didn't know Loyola Chicago has the #1 scoring defense in the nation.
I mean, it makes sense.
Oh, they're yeah. I mean, we'll talk about them in a bit. But
Yeah, let's say.
Wait, let's see.
I think.
But I think Michigan should win this though. Like,
Yeah,
there's no excuse.
I think they do. I mean, they got that. You can say they got the chip on their shoulder being the last Big Ten team in the tournament, so they have something more to play for, I guess, if you want to say that. But
yeah, the Big Ten.
I think
not
Michigan,
looking good.
But it's
wow.
It's like I think their biggest challenge is Florida State and then Alabama if they win in this. If Alabama wins against UCLA.
Yeah.
And like I saw, like Florida State doesn't really have a good big man either, so I feel like Dickinson's gonna eat.
Oh,
and that's the thing. Michigan they have 2 7-footers basically in Austin and Dickinson. And I mean, like Austin doesn't score a lot of points, but you send him in there and you can't put a 6'6" guy on him. Like you're gonna struggle. You gotta have some
That's
type
the guy
of
that looks like he's 30.
Yeah, it's
Just like the Loyola guy.
So I mean, Michigan, you think? I would
Yeah,
think.
I
I would
got I
hope.
got Michigan winning, but if they lost, then that
Yeah.
I mean that just
Yeah.
explained this March Madness.
Next we got UCLA and Alabama. Something that you've really, and we're not going to see it till South and Midwest, but a lot of storied programs are low seed or high seeds or low seeds, however you want to say it. UCLA is 11 against number 2 Alabama. I think Alabama should win this.
Yeah,
They've had one.
Alabama's looked dominant.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Like
I'm gonna go with the upset. I think UCLA is gonna win.
I mean, I
I
think
mean,
they
they
could.
look good too.
They
They're
have
on
I think they're a better shooting team, but Alabama's better defensively, of course.
yeah. I mean, UCLA is on that tear right now. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They have the play-in game. They had obviously BYU, and then they had LB and Christian or LB Christian. So
Yeah,
I don't know. They've had kind of an easy route to this. They've had a what was that, a 6th seed and then a 14th seed.
yeah.
So
So
I think Alabama gets this just because, and they had another 11th seed.
I would
Michigan
think so
State.
too, but I guess you never know.
Again, yeah. And this year, you never know. All right, next, moving down to the South, we have Baylor and Villanova. No one, I don't think anyone expected Nova to get this far, especially without Gillespie.
Wait, who'd they beat last game?
They beat North Texas.
See, I feel like they've kind of had an easy ride too, like UCLA.
Yeah, they had.
I don't know if they can beat Baylor.
They beat Winthrop, North Texas, and now they're up against Baylor, who has the best 2 guards in the
So
nation.
they played 2 double-digit seeds.
Yeah, and now they're going up against the best
I
2
mean, if
guards
they
in the
beat
nation.
Baylor, then that'd just be insane.
I mean, we're kind of rooting for Baylor.
I mean, yeah, that's who we got winning the Natty.
We did pick them. So,
For some reason, I mean, it might work out actually.
I mean, the way it's looking, our final 4 is not looking bad, I don't think.
I mean, I think we had Illinois though in there because
Yeah,
you know
we did.
we had some people slobbing.
But we did have Bama.
Big Ten, baby.
I think we had Bama versus we had
We had
Bama
Bama
versus,
making the Final Four against Gonzaga.
yeah, we had Bama, Gonzaga, Baylor. It would have had to been Baylor, Illinois, I think. Yeah.
I mean, I think we had Gonzaga losing the Final Four to Alabama. I think,
Yeah.
which I mean, I guess you could have.
Who
But yeah,
knows?
I think Baylor's.
All right,
winning
next we
that.
got Arkansas versus the true Cinderella team right now,
Oh my
Oral
God.
Roberts.
I'd love to see it happen again.
I mean, I would too. Oral Roberts has had 2 3-point victories, Ohio State 75-72, and then over Florida 81-78. Can they get the Arkansas defeat here? I think they do. I think Arkansas is just as good of a team as Ohio State, and Oral Roberts has. I didn't know that their point guard was the #1 leading scorer in college basketball this year. He's averaging like 27.8 points per game.
Well,
He's nice, that kid.
yeah, and I think
Again, it's different. Like a couple years ago, a Central Michigan point guard who was 5'8" was leading the nation in scoring. It doesn't really mean anything, but like still, I think once
He's
it
been
comes,
doing good though.
yeah, once it comes tournament time, like it's a lot different story. So, and yeah, I think the last 2 games he's been averaging like 28, 29 points a game, and he's played every single minute of both of those games. He hasn't sat a minute this whole tournament. So,
is that
Gotta do what you gotta
true?
do.
What's his name? Is it
Max Abrams, I think.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I see it here.
I
He's
think
shooting almost 50% from the field and 45% from 3.
yeah, he's in Arkansas. They beat Texas Tech by 2 points and Colgate.
Oh yeah, Texas Tech choked that game though.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I mean,
And then-
yeah.
I mean,
And then they beat Colgate by almost
I
20.
can see him winning it again. Honest.
If Arkansas plays like they played that first half against Colgate, it's going to be an Oral Roberts blowout. They were so flat that first game, and Oral Roberts is the #1 team in Division I basketball with 3-point field goal percentage. Like they're the #1 team.
Yeah, I think Oral
they
Roberts
took out
can do it.
Ohio State and Florida. That's not easy for
Exactly.
a 15 seed.
Are we
we
riding
we gotta let her keep
I
riding.
think, yeah,
I think
I'll ride with them to the Elite Eight.
okay. So next we got Loyola, Chicago, and Oregon State.
It's gotta be Loyola.
I would love to see him win again.
Yeah, I think Loyola gets this. Oregon State has had a good run.
Loyola to the Final Four.
I just thought about this. Imagine we get an all Oregon finals, all Oregon championship, Oregon versus Oregon State.
That'd be an L.
That would be
Big L.
about that. That would be horrible.
There's no way though.
That's almost as bad as like.
That'd be like
Yeah.
Michigan. That'd be like Michigan State, like a couple years ago, but on a worse level. I feel like.
Yeah, no one cares about Oregon State. Sorry, Oregon State fans, but no
But,
one
like,
cares
yeah.
about the. Yeah.
And I mean, it's to the point where like Loyola Chicago, they aren't really a Cinderella story anymore. They've proven
No,
They're a top team.
they're a top team. They deserved. I think they deserved a
I don't
3
know how
or
they're the
4
8 seed.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a lot of Illinois fans crying about it, saying, "Oh, we shouldn't have even played them anyways. They should have been a 3 or 4 seed." It's like,
Number
it's
one
like-
team in basketball.
You're supposed to be number
Shut the
1.
fuck up.
yeah, that's what everyone was saying. But it's like, yes,
gotta-
they should have
Gotta
been
beat
a 3 or
everyone.
yeah, yes, they should have been a 3 or 4 seed, but you were the number 1 seed. They were in front of you. You should have beat them. At one point, you may have had to face them anyways. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
we know the true team in Illinois now.
they won the state championship there.
Yep. Yeah, we know the true team. Yep.
All right, and next we got Syracuse and Houston. We got Buddy Boeheim tearing it up for his dad, and I think they continue. I think
Yeah.
they
I like
continue
I
their
like
so-
Syracuse, honestly. I mean,
Yeah, for
Houston.
some
I don't know,
reason-
Houston doesn't
We're-
like seem
We're
that
slobbering
great.
on him just like Joe, or
No, for some reason, I mean, Houston has not shown they're that great of a team. They won. Okay, they won by like 30 against Cleveland State, but it's Cleveland State. But then they only won by 3 against Rutgers,
yeah,
and Rutgers blew that
Rutgers.
game.
And Rutgers, yeah, they choked like Texas Tech did with Arkansas.
Yeah,
I mean, these teams match up pretty evenly. I don't know though. I might
I
have to
think-
rock with
I
the
don't
Cougars.
know. Syracuse seems more hotter right now,
and the thing is, it's like
and they
I
can
think
shoot.
Syracuse gets it because they have like a storyline. I think it's Buddy Boeheim's senior year, last chance being with his dad, and I think they just try to go as far as they can with it.
Well, that's every team though.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like it's a different incentive. He's been around Syracuse his entire life. He was there when he was a kid. It's his senior season. He's playing under his dad. He's having a breakout year. They have a decent team a decent team they haven't had in a couple years. I feel like so.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
They-
get you.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
it's gotta
that would be-
happen.
feel like the Sweet 16 is the Sweet 16 is going to be an interesting round because you could have who knows how everything is going, but you could have a lot of upsets just like the first 2 rounds. So, but yeah, other than that, I mean, games start Saturday and Sunday, and then we have games on Monday, Tuesday, and then the Final Four is the next is Saturday next week, and then national championship is next Monday. So yeah,
Fuck, dude, that's so fucking close.
it's I kind of forgot how fast March Madness was. It's literally like it starts middle of March, and you're like, no way, you don't feel like they can get that many games done that fast, but then it happens within a 2-week span. They play
You know, yeah, that's the thing. Like when this thing first starts, it's like the day after St. Patrick's Day, and you're just chilling. I remember in high school, you'd just be chilling in school class. Cool math teacher would throw up the games, and like
Mhm.
now
Yeah.
it's just like fucking day after day after day. Like they all blend in.
Yeah. But yeah, all that's coming up. I'm sure we'll talk about the Elite Eight before it happens, but because it's gonna be crazy who makes it there. But it's time to talk about some NBA trade deadline. The trade deadline, this is probably going up at noon today. Trade
We got
deadline's at
3
3.
hours.
Yeah. So trade deadline's at 3. It could either be one of the craziest deadlines
That's
or
what they're
one of-
making it seem like.
or one of the
No.
deadest deadlines, because from what I've heard, Pistons are going to be active. Toronto's going to be active. Minnesota's going to be active. Houston's going to be active. The Heat are going to be active. The Cavs are going to be active. Basically, every single team is
And like the
supposedly.
Spurs are about to trade their top players too.
Yeah, even though the Spurs are in the playoffs, like it doesn't make sense. But I guess they're in the playoffs without those guys when you think about it, without LA and Rudy. So
See, I don't know. I get like they always say it's gonna be a crazy year, but if you really think about it, like last year it was a nuts one. It was like Drummond to the Cavs, Marcus Morris to the Clippers, D'Lo to the Wolves. You know, Robert Covington got moved.
yeah.
Like a bunch of teams got traded, and like, there was like a 3-team 9-player trade that like no one ever saw coming. I mean, I feel like every year this is like I said this yesterday, and it's like the March Madness thing. You know, every year, you know, the first couple games you see like a buzzer beater, and it's like, oh, when do you see that? It's like, dude, we see that 3 times a year. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna really freak out. And the trade deadline is always made out to be like the craziest thing in the league, and sometimes it is, and sometimes it's not.
See, I think the most impactful trade this year, and it will have been for the entire. I think it's the most impactful trade over the last 5 years and for the next 5 years. It was the Harden trade. The way I saw Karis LeVert playing tonight, and I'm not just being biased. Man dropped 28 points tonight, and and that trade possibly saved his life. It possibly saved his life.
Exactly.
Too.
Yeah.
So like, I think that it was a great trade for the Pacers. Great trade for the Nets, who were in win now mode, and then the
Trash
Rockets
for the Rock. I don't know what the Rockets. I don't know what they're doing there.
I don't know what they're
They're
doing.
about to trade Oladipo now. Like,
Yeah,
it's
and
like
I heard they want to trade
confirmed
Christian
almost.
Wood now too.
Oh, they're just gonna rebuild the whole team.
No, the funny thing is the Rockets were like, yeah, we're switching away from small ball. They picked up Cousins, picked up Wood, and now like as soon as Wood got hurt, they dropped Cousins, and then they switched to having who'd they have? They had Deshaun Tate, the rookie. He's a small forward. They had him start at center.
Yeah, the Rockets are a mess.
I don't understand it. The Rockets are a weird team.
I don't even know like what the rumors are besides like Lowry and
yeah.
and
So
Aaron
Nick,
Gordon.
I know you said you had a trade that you wanted to talk that involved the Toronto and the Heat because they're the main team right now eyeing for Lowry. Oh, and before you say that, apparently half of the league wants Norman Powell now.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah, I
that.
saw that. I was, what the hell?
I mean, he has been going insane.
He
though.
has been. I will admit, he has been going pretty.
But he's
crazy.
a free agent next year, so
yeah. So
he
it's like
could
a
be a
one-year
rental.
unless they
So
commit to signing.
the only way it's like a team that's contending. But I mean, I have him in this Lowry. I have him and Lowry both going together in this trade.
Okay, let's hear it.
Which I don't know if it's gonna happen. So like the Heat would get Lowry, Powell, and then Terrence Davis, a young guard.
Okay, so 3 guards.
Yeah. I mean, but then the Raptors would get Dragic, Olynyk, Tyler Hero, and Precious Achiuwa.
Okay.
Duncan? No Duncan?
I don't think they could trade both of them. And the Raptors only train Lowry to the Heat if like it's Hero.
But like, okay, I understand. Like, but
It might include Baines in there.
do like
Maybe
I
Baines.
mean, yeah, you don't want Baines and Olynyk on the same team. That God. I'm just thinking because like, okay, do you trade Tyler Hero? Possibly could be the future point guard of your team for a 1-year rental of Norman Powell if he doesn't even come back. And then
that's just the rumor.
Yeah. And then I'm just thinking like because isn't Kyle Lowry isn't he expiring too?
Yeah, but I mean he said he wants a 2-year extension to if he were to get traded.
Didn't he want like 25 million a year though?
Yeah.
It's like
I mean that team would be insane though. Lowry, Powell with like Butler and Bam.
It would be Lowry, Powell, Butler, Robinson would come off the bench. That's why I don't think they would trade Achiuwa because they really like Achiuwa. I think they want to play him at the 4.
Is Olynyk their starting power forward right now?
Yeah, I think so. Well, now they did just get Trevor Ariza too. They have Trevor Ariza.
Oh, I forgot about Ariza.
And they have Andre Iguodala. They have a really weird team.
I saw
They have a lot
Iguodala
of
could be the move.
forwards.
Yeah.
That's why, I mean, if they might, and then, I don't know, they want like every player in the league right now, the Heat.
And they have Chris Nunn.
Kendrick
Yeah.
Nunn.
Kendrick Nunn. Whatever his name is. They're the same person. They're literally the same person. But he's young too. It's like, I don't know. I think Lowry's gonna be gone, but it's just like to what team at this point? Because then a
The
rumor
only
popped up
teams
that-
I've seen is the Heat and Sixers really are the main teams.
didn't the Lakers get interested?
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna happen.
That's what I'm saying. No, that's the one thing I am angry
Well,
It
about.
makes no
is
sense.
The Lakers are interested in everybody, but they have no assets.
I think
No assets.
I think they made Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, and KCP available for trade talks. But I feel like if you get Lowry, don't they have to give up Kuzma?
I mean,
Mm,
the Raptors
maybe.
would probably want that if they were to trade him.
Yeah, they're gonna.
The Raptors,
Yeah.
the Raptors want a lot for Lowry. It's
yeah.
I don't know why. I mean, like, and we also haven't seen like a John Collins rumor. I feel like he fell off. He was like hot for like a couple weeks leading
well,
up.
I think the Hawks started winning now though, so
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he's gonna stay there.
Yeah, the Hawks started winning as soon
They went
as
on a
it
win
switched
streak
to
there.
Lonnie Howland or
Nate McMullen.
Nate McMillan. Yeah, Nate McMillan.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Lonnie Howland. I don't know who is he the coach of?
And
I
another
don't
player
know.
that's like apparently gonna like for sure be traded is Aaron Gordon.
No. Okay. Brad, and I mean this wholeheartedly.
I don't even want him.
No. I saw that. Okay, so he said he wanted to be traded, and then it said
But it's a
Minnesota was
contender.
interested.
But he
and
said
then
a contender.
And then he retracted his statement about wanting to be traded. He said, "I don't know if I want to be traded anymore." And
Yeah,
it was
I saw that too. It's like, no, I want to be traded, but to a contender, because he saw
Yeah.
like all that. And I 100% agree. Like, if you're a fucking player and you're like, oh, Minnesota, why the fuck would you want to come here?
exactly like
I mean, yeah,
Yeah, I saw that Lillard won. It said apparently Lillard wants Gordon on the Trailblazers.
that would be oh my him. Okay,
But they
have-
probably have to trade Gary Trent. Probably.
Yeah.
Though.
how are they
That's
gonna run
really
that
late.
with Covington then?
I mean, at that point, I think they're willing to
Unless
trade
they
Gary
trade
Trent,
Covington.
which is sad that they're willing to trade Gary, but like
Gary Trent's a good ass player.
he is. When CJ McCollum was hurt, he was averaging
It'd
20
be
points a
perfect for the
game.
Magic.
He would definitely be a starter.
You know, the Magic
Um,
still have Markel Fultz too.
And I really hope he succeeds.
And I
He's
saw
doing really good.
I saw Vucevic was in trade rumors too. Like, I don't
He
know why they're,
always is.
but like, what are they giving up on?
They're
I
gonna
mean, like,
want way too much for Vucevic.
No,
probably,
see,
though.
Okay, see, the Magic are in the exact same place the Pistons were like 2 years ago. They possibly are going to get the 8 seed, but if they don't, they're going to get a late pick in the like the
a
like
lottery.
10s. Like between 8 and 12, they're going to get around that pick. They just need to commit to the rebuild like the Pistons did. Trade Vooch, trade Fournier,
Yeah, exactly.
trade everybody, get young guys in there with a couple veterans sprinkled around and just rebuild.
I think
You
they want
have-
to
you have
trade
Cole-
Terrence Ross too.
Yeah, exactly. Like you have Cole Anthony, you have Markel Fultz, you have Jonathan Isaac after he comes back from his injury. If Aaron Gordon wants out, let him out. But if he doesn't, another young guy there. You have Mo Bamba. You literally, if you trade Vucevic, you can get another young guard in return. You can get Gary Trent. That could be an all-star for you. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can be a good team. It's just you have to commit. You can't sit in mediocrity. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm so happy the Pistons finally were just like, okay, we're to the point where we're not going to fight for an 8th seed and then just get 4-0 to the Giannis and the Bucks, or get 4-0 to the Raptors, or get 4-0 to LeBron. Like, we're done with that. So
That's what I want the Wolves to do, man. I don't want Russell and Beasley to come back because I'm gonna be scared they're actually gonna do something. They're gonna start winning games, and then that pick's obviously gonna go to the Warriors.
because wait, is it
Yeah.
top 3
It's
protected?
top 3 protected. So right
Ooh.
now we're chilling. But the thing is Russell's soon back, and Beasley's got one more game left on his 12-game suspension. So
See, the thing is, it's like, even with how the NBA lottery goes now,
it's
you
so
can't
shit.
even you can't
Yeah.
even be guaranteed. Like, that's why I don't want
Last
the
place
Pistons.
never gets the first pick.
Yeah, that's why I don't want the Pistons to have the 1 or 2 odds. I would rather have the 3rd odds because we have a
Yeah.
better chance of moving up or just staying right there.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to see like I wish I was in the room to see what they're thinking, but like the thing is if they're thinking they're getting that pick, like that's just like you got to go into the mindset of you're not going to have that pick.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But I'm scared they are. They're like, oh, Evan Mobley or Cade Cunningham. Yeah, they're not going to fucking last and or fit in your system anymore.
Last person that is in big in trade rumors, Andre Drummond. Could either be.
Yeah,
I don't see.
it's kind of risky now.
No,
though.
again, all these and I'm
Dude,
looking at you
he's a
more.
buyout.
All
He's a
these
buyout.
Lakers fans are like, "Oh, Drummond's gonna get bought out and he's gonna come to us." No, he's not gonna get bought out. If anything, the Cavs are just gonna be like, "Okay, we don't care. We're just
But
sit on the bench."
his value is getting low now because he hasn't played in months.
But like you know what you're getting from him. You're getting a double double. Like you know you're getting a double double from him, no matter what.
He's gonna
take some time to get back into like basketball shape.
Well, I've heard he's still practicing. Like I heard he's still like running, like obviously not running scrimmages with the team, but like he's still been practicing on his own, like doing like what he would be doing in the off season, just at a bigger volume. But I heard today actually, on Wednesday that the Knicks were very interested in him.
Saw that, yep.
And I think that could work. They have a couple young pieces they could throw at the Cavs or like a couple second round.
The Knicks got to go for it now. They're doing the best they've done in a while.
Oh, Norman Powell just came out and said, "My roots are in Toronto. I'm not looking for another organization to play for."
Nope.
We'll see what happens there, buddy.
Rip that. But yeah, I don't think Drummond gets bought out. I think the Cavs kind of cave like the Pistons did, and they just trade for a second round pick and like some salary dump to make the trade work. I don't think that the Drummond's the weirdest player because me and Mort have talked about it even. He can get you 20-20 and not affect the game at all. Like he can literally like I loved Drummond with a passion. He was one of my he was the only player for the Pistons for a good 2 or 3 years before Blake got there. But like once he left the Pistons, I truly realized, yeah, he could easily get 20-20 and he didn't even affect the game. But like now with the guys that we have, like Mason Plumlee, he's out there, he can get 10 points, but he can also get 8 assists and affect the game way more than Drummond was just getting empty stats. So or what I'm saying is Plumlee over Drummond.
All right.
But last thing I want to talk about, because we did talk about it in the video that didn't save, Blake Griffin, as soon as he left the Pistons, dunked for the first time in 2 years.
Everyone saw that coming.
He sold the Pistons. I think for some reason, I even said this to Mort.
Be smart.
I didn't think as many Pistons fans liked or like loved him as apparently did. But then after he came out and said the whole thing about Detroit being like an ex-girlfriend's parents or something, and then
no way.
Yeah, no, he said something about like it's like an ex-girlfriend's parents. You're forced to be with them, but once you break up, you're just happy you don't have to see them anymore or something stupid like that.
What the fuck?
And so, yeah, it was a weird ass analogy. And then like that pissed off people because that was like a day after the trade happened. Like the whole thing with Blake is like, he was like, yeah, I love the city of Detroit. Like I love being here. He was like, it's a great city. And then right after the trade happened, right after the buyout happened, he was like, yeah, no, fuck y'all.
Jimmy Butler 2.0.
And then the week after he got bought out came the video of him dunking in practice. And then the first game he came back, he made an athletic play and dunked from like almost the free throw line. It wasn't anything special.
You knew he didn't lose his dunking ability.
Exactly. Like it wasn't anything special, but still he dunked.
And then he played in his 40s.
Yeah. And then he played pretty good defense too on Bradley Beal. Like he had a block or two, I think. And then just the other night against the Trailblazers, he had a diving play into like the Trailblazers bench where he like dove for a ball or something and to save the ball from going out of bounds. I don't know.
Everyone going to Brooklyn's becoming like a god now, like a James Harden.
That's
like an
what I'm
MVP
saying.
now.
I hope Drummond doesn't go there because
God, that would just ruin the NBA more.
Exactly. But yeah, I think that's all. Obviously, trade done. Some trades probably could happen literally as soon as we end this video, and they probably will. That's how it goes for us.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna probably go down tonight as
literally,
we're
yeah. I
recording
mean,
this.
Pistons game just ended. Wayne Ellington out the door probably already. He was probably packing his bag. Same with like
This
Rodney
one a
Magruder and stuff.
contender.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all we got for you guys. So if you guys could like and subscribe, that would help us out a lot. And we'll see you guys probably this weekend for an MLB draft.
Yep.